Hey, what's happening, guys? Ronin Man here. There's this myth going around that marriage used to be good, and that now, with modern women and modern, situation, it's not good. I got to tell you, this is the biggest myth, and young guys need to know this because this is the kind of a foundation belief in many people's minds. Think about it in your own mind. Do you have this belief that in the traditional, old school times, marriage was great for guys? And now it's not. Think about it. It matters. The reason why it matters is this. I'm older. Okay. I've seen marriages way back. Okay. I'm 58. And I will tell you, when I was a kid and I was meeting older guys, in some ways I've always been like I am now. Like I always talk to people. People would tell me stuff. I'd be like on a bus station or something, and some old man, I'd ask him a question, and he'd tell me the truth, even when I was a kid. And it was really weird. I wondered why other kids didn't do it, actually. But I'd just say, hey, are you happily married? Do your kids like you? What's your life like? What do you like your job? And I would just ask just simple questions. And people would tell me, and people would say, especially strangers. Strangers were really kind, actually, to me, because they could see I wasn't playing any games, and I was just I wanted to learn from their experience. And the guys would say, sometimes they would start out, like the really nice guys, they'd start out being like, it's not so bad. It's and then they would keep talking, and I just wouldn't really say much else, because I was a kid, right? But they would eventually say, basically, don't get married if you want sex. That's not going to happen. And, you're going to, you got to support all these people. I said, when you're young, you're thinking about pussy. You're not thinking about the reality of medical bills and colleges and inflation. And, plus you're not thinking about, he didn't say this, but cycles up and down, economic cycles, losing all your money. That resets everything. You can be a very successful guy, but if you lose it, you're just in women's eyes, you're just like another homeless guy. Like, they do not care. It's what have you done for me lately? That's it. Janet Jackson sang that song, and that song was a big hit because everybody knew that as nice as she is, it is what have you done for me lately? And the problem is, you can't always do stuff for them lately. It's just not possible. You can pay for college. One of my friends here in Santa Cruz was telling me last Tuesday that, his wife, she didn't go to college and he paid. She went to college. She got a good paying job, very good paying job. And then she sued him for alimony. And he had to become homeless. He was sleeping in his car after he put her through college. He didn't say if she cheated or not, but, they didn't have kids. And it was just like quiet hell. Now, why would he only tell me that after not knowing him for months? Knowing him for months. I've known him since September. Why? It's the same reason why you don't know the truth about marriage in history, is because guys are embarrassed. Guys just won't tell you. They won't tell you. But I had older guys tell me, like, my wife tricked me, and, don't get tricked by a woman. They used to say stuff like that to guys. Is a woman will hoodwink you and trick you, and, you can't go for it. Hold your ground, and it used to be illegal to wear a hooped skirt because it made the butt look better. There was something called a hoop skirt. It was like a metal apparatus underneath the skirt and a girdle, hoop skirt and a girdle. And they basically, what we consider normal today, they considered it a trick and illegal in the old days. Why would they do that? They would do that because a guy's making his biggest commitment of his entire life, and he needs to know the truth of what she looks like. But when you're not having sex till marriage, which is the old days, you don't know. You literally didn't know what the hell was going on under there. You didn't know what her personality was. You didn't know how she was going to act. You didn't know if you guys were going to have a good time together. Dude, marriage sucked in the old days. Marriage sucked. Like, the only good thing about it is that people survived, and sometimes you just got to survive. The guy would plow the fields, and the wife would, fucking work her ass off making food, taking care of stuff. It was not easy back then. Go back and watch there's videos online of what it was like to make dinner in the 1800s, and they're amazing. Like, it takes like all day to make food. She's literally sitting there by the fire, tending the fire, making food all day. And then the guy comes in, eats, goes back to the field, and then she starts working on the next meal. That was the way it was. We didn't have there was no easy stuff, So in the old days, it was totally unacceptable what marriage was, but it was what you needed to do to survive. So, guys didn't really expect much in the old days. And also guys didn't, until recently, guys just didn't talk. Guys don't talk. You got to realize it's a conspiracy, man. Guys won't tell you the truth about their marriage. They just won't. If you wanted to know, just look at everybody that that got divorced, and just think, hey, did I know they were going through that? It's usually a total surprise. Smiles, Instagram, everything's happy on the outside. Bam! Child support, alimony, brutal court fight. Now that marriage has always been this way. Your dad hopefully will tell you the truth. Yesterday was Father's Day. Hopefully guys will tell the truth, but they're terrified. Guys are terrified of telling the truth. It's much smarter for a guy to never tell anybody, because if it ever gets back to his wife, she's going to make him pay. So why would he do it? Why would he do it for you? How can he trust you? There's a lot of reasons. Pride, secrecy, guys' unwillingness, humiliation, just sheer desperation. Male suicide is like many times that of women. It's all because of this stuff. It's because of relationships. Guys are pretty tough. Like single guys, they get out there and do shit. They're there. They don't have big bills. They don't have a lot of stress. Like someone like me, I don't take any medications, like I'm 58. I don't take any medications, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, how many married guys are doing that? Why would they be doing that? Why would the married guys that I know stay in their house? They take a handful of pills in the morning. Why? And I go and get like an orange and a cup of coffee. What's the difference? It's the cumulative stress of just all the BS they have to put up with, all the things they got to suck up, all the things they got to lie about, all the dreams they had that are not happening. Now, life is hard. Single guys, life is not perfect, and you need a community. And I think that's what, Ronin Man really fulfills for people, is like, when you don't go into the blue pill world, you got a lot of time and there's no roadmap. So it helps to have other guys. What am I saying? It helps. It's fucking essential to have other guys, other friends who are doing the same thing, and they push you forward, and they're out there having fun, because it's easy just if you're single, just to kind of stay at home and not really push yourself, but you want to push yourself. Yesterday on Father's Day, I went to the gym. I thought, what can I do for myself on Father's Day today? And I went to the gym and I fucking lifted fucking heavy, man. I did a damn heavy workout. I was moving the weights, man. People were moving out of my way when I went to the water fountain yesterday, because I was going for it, man. I wasn't making a lot of noise. I don't do that. I drop the weights as soft as I can. I don't scream, but I was going for it, man. My eyes were bulging out of my face. Why? I was doing it for myself, man. I was doing it for Father's Day, because at the end of the day, you only have your life. That's all you really have. Your wife, your kid, they're all separate. We're born alone. At the end of the day, we die alone. It doesn't matter how hard you try to build a community. You're born alone, you die alone. Now, what does that mean to you? What do you do with that? You invest into yourself. Look, man, I take my life very seriously these days as far as being healthy. That's what I do. I'm going to stay healthy, and I'm going to fucking win long term. That's the only way you can win. Your body, it's got to be running. It's got to be on all cylinders. You got to be looking as good as you can. You got to be as positive as you can. Kicking ass. And new venues will open that you've never seen, that you could never imagine. One of your friends will have an idea. He'll take you somewhere new you've never been, whether it's a Burning Man thing or to another country, and you'll all of a sudden be all into it. And you can't predict these things. You just got to have the body ready to go. And that's the thing. Invest in yourself, put into yourself, and have faith, man. Have faith. You're doing the right thing. It feels lonely at times. There are times when you feel like you're making a mistake. You'll be thinking, I should follow what society does, but just wait another 2 days, look around, go to a restaurant, watch couples talk, watch a little TV, watch a few things, and you'll be like, oh man, I'm so grateful. And don't believe the myth that marriage was great in the past, because it was not. It was always what it is today. You were scammed into raising her kids. Just like, look, it's the same thing with you. When you want to get laid, you're 18, you're telling a girl any kind of bullshit you can think of, and then to get her to take her clothes off, right? She does, you win, right? Women are exactly the same with marriage. They'll tell you any kind of bullshit because they know that once you're in it, you can't get out. So all they got to do is trick you, over to the altar, and that's it. They got you. You can complain all you want, but you can't do shit. The only way you can do shit is if you stay single. That's the only way. I'll just end on this. I was out yesterday, and I was going down to this used clothing store I like, kind of funky place, has like funky hippie shit. I was like trying them on, having fun, and I was just having a great time. And these two young girls are there, obviously UCSC students, University of Santa Cruz. They looked over, and the one gave me a huge smile. And I just thought, fuck, that is just crazy, I didn't do anything about it, didn't move, I really don't need to these days. I just kind of looked at her, and I was just like, felt so good. I just thought, yeah, man, you still got it. Because I was looking good, man. I went to the gym, I fucking looking good, man. And I was thinking, that kind of thing just fires you up as a guy. You don't get that from marriage. All you get is the look of disdain, and basically, here's what you get in marriage. Here's the worst thing. People talk about the money. Fuck the money. Guys don't care about money. No. You know what it is? You get exactly what you see. Okay, if you ever think about getting married, watch TV, watch the ads, okay, and watch the sitcoms. How guys are treated. Just watch it, and you watch it serious. There's a reason why it's on TV. It's real. Married guys are miserable, disrespected, powerless, humiliated, and it has always been that way. And guys in the internet age are waking up, and I'm proud to be in this group of guys figuring it out, because it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. You're forgetting there's a big part of a man's brain is like, forget everything you learned about women and just do something stupid. There's that one part of your brain, and that's always waiting for you, It's another reason why you need friends. It's like one day you'll wake up and you'll just be like another person, like the aliens took you. You'll be like, man, I think I'm going to get married and have kids. And then your friends will just be like, if you got good friends, they'll realize it's just a temporary thing. And, of course you want that, I'll just quickly say how you get over that. Of course you want that, man. You want everything. You want a car. You want a fucking nice house. You want to live in the best place. You want love, you want caring, and you want devotion. That's normal, man. But the thing is when you rest in that, rest in wanting it, okay? Just say, I would love a loving relationship with a woman who cares about me and supports me. I would love that, man, And guys will be like, oh, no, don't do that, because that gets you down. No, admit that you want it, okay? In the same way that you want many things that you can't have because they don't exist anymore. I would love to go back to the 80s in Japan. I really would. The 80s in Japan, the bubble, was the best time any place in history. It was everything a man could ever dream of. It was absolutely heaven. And I'm not talking rosy fucking memories here. I'm talking every guy I know back then is just yearning for that day when the girls were innocent, the girls were educated, the girls were pretty, and the sexual revolution was on, and money was flowing, and you were getting accolades, and you were fucking pussy, and it was awesome. I would love to go back to that time, and if there ever is a time machine, I will. But guess what? There isn't, and that's fine. But me wanting to go back is my own personality. See, I value reality. I value things that are good for me. And I value that time like a fucking golden memory. And I want it again. But I know it's not there. But it's okay. Because in the end, it's about you. Who are you? I value those things. I don't run from those things. And of course, I can't always have them. I'm a mature man. I understand that. But I still value and think back to those times and chuckle. And it helps me when I see these, here, overweight, angry, argumentative people. I have no desire because I know what I've had. I know my life, and I would never put up with that. So just because you want something and you really, really want something, this is what young guys need to know. Just wanting marriage, wanting a loving relationship, wanting to live in the 50s or wanting the 1800s, you can want that, man. That's okay. That's who you are, man. That's okay. That's a part of you. I shouldn't say it's who you are because it's not that serious. It's just part of you. Just enjoy it. Just say, yeah, man, that was good. Those had to be, you can do that. But the thing is, that's totally different than making a decision today that you know that A, it doesn't exist, and B, it's just a trap, C, it's going to ruin your life, and D, you're giving up everything. You're giving up a great single life that I'm talking about, man. You're giving up all the great things you're going to find. And speaking of great things, the LA Summit's coming up 1 month from last Friday. I'll put the dates down below. I think it's the 13th to 15th of July in Los Angeles. It's going to be great. I grew up a lot of my youth around Los Angeles. I love Los Angeles. If you've only heard bad things about it, we are going to have a fucking great time and blow all that bullshit in mainstream media out of the water. LA is great. We're going to have a fucking great time. We are going to have a good time. And if you live in LA and you forgot how good it is, or maybe you don't know, you work all the time, we're going to show you some stuff that make you reappreciate, rededicate your life to enjoying fucking shit that's right in front of you, right? So LA's coming up, and I'm in LA Summit, and I am going to share at that summit some very, very honest, personal stuff that I won't share anywhere else, and I'm not going to put it public. So if you want a reason to go, there's one reason. I'm going to share some serious gold that I will not put online. Okay? So it's stuff that there's many lessons to learn. Many, many lessons. Very painful, very difficult stuff. And that'll be one of my presentations. But we've already got some good guys coming, and join. Find a way to get to LA. Beg, borrow, steal a sleeping bag and some sunglasses, and get them from the dollar store if you have to, and get some sunscreen, and come on over. And LA next July 13th to 15th. You can come 2 days early. You can leave 2 days late. I'll leave the dates below just so I don't make a mistake. Don't buy a ticket based on what I'm saying. Look down in the notes, and we'll make sure we get the dates right. So you can be there for a full 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It's all included. So for new first-timers, it's $398. And for second-timers or returnees, it's $298 forever. Okay? So that's the deal. It's going to be great. And weather's going to be fucking perfect. It's perfect right now. It's going to be even better. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys before I go back to Thailand. So, all right, guys. I hope you keep that in mind, man. Marriage always has been a scam. Always has been a scam for guys. It's just a way to raise her children. That's all it ever has been. Smart guys have always known that, but they've kept it secret. You young guys got to know that. You got to know that. Don't be chasing after a dream. It's not a dream. It's a fucking lie. It's because society just wasn't honest in those days. And guys were the workhorse. They had no reason to be honest. There was no motivation for society to be honest with men. You trick them, the hoop skirt, the whatever, the corset, and then boom, he's married. That's it. End of story. All right, guys, take it easy.